Kaylee, we're going to do our espresso question. We usually do it after the second song, but we're going to do it now, and it is Express Yourself. All right. So, what is one thing you will never do again? What is one thing that you'll never do again? So something you tried, and you're like, nope, I'm never doing that again.
I have a list of things that comes to mind. I grew up with two very adventurous older brothers, and so I'm the youngest of the two of us. And I did a lot of stuff, adventurous things with them that they left, without a mark, and I ended up injuring myself. So
I can relate.
Never will I try to keep up with them in the same way.
Right.
Yeah, one in particular, 2 years ago, I was at a lake, and it was like a camp, a Christian camp that I was doing music at and helping with. And there was a cliff that oversaw the water, and just with everybody else, you jump off the cliff into the water. And I landed in a way that tore my hand. I tore this ligament on my thumb.
Yeah.
And I had to get a cast and a brace and everything. And it was really humbling for me because I play the guitar.
Yes.
And I use my hands to draw and to write.
Mm-hmm.
And it was my right hand, and I'm right-handed. So I spent a summer having to reschedule some of my gigs and have to find somebody to play the guitar for me or just cancel certain things. And it really inhibited me from working, so I couldn't write. And it was just a really humbling experience. And talking about it with my mom, I'm okay. My hand works. We're good to go. God healed it, which is a blessing. But my mom, talking it through with her, I realized I will never again jump off cliffs. It doesn't really go good. It's not worth it. It's not worth throwing your life off a cliff. And my mom never liked it anyway, so when I came home and told her I did it, she was like, oh my gosh. And then she said, even Jesus never threw himself off of cliffs.
Right.
Yeah, the Bible. Yeah, other people tried to, but
well, she defeats that concept where people say, "Would you if I asked you to jump off a cliff, would you do it?"
Right.
Well, Kaylee will.
Right.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. I'm too valuable to be thrown off a cliff.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful that I'm okay. So
Yes, we're
I'll
grateful
never
that
do
you're
that
okay.
again.
Yeah.
I'll never do it again. It was
So
bad.
the big brothers, I'm sure they felt bad,
Yeah. Well, it was I was there at the time with one of my brothers, and he was fine. He landed in the water.
Of course,
fine.
Yeah. Of course.
Ironically, it wasn't a very tall cliff, so it was just a specific time and place and way that I hit the water. Everything was just perfect to have the injury. So he jumped in just fine. My boss at the time, who was late 60s, he jumped in just fine, uninjured. Me, the youngest of the group at the time, I was 23, and I thought maybe just silly. I had a brace and this whole thing, and I'm like, these two older guys, no problem.
Right.
Here I come. And
right.
He was sweet about it. He felt bad, but
yeah. Well, we live a life. We live and learn. And I had the experience when I was in Australia. My big brother, first my stepdad went bungee jumping, and he had heart surgery years prior. He went first, bungee jumping.
Mm-hmm.
Then my brother, and I'm like, I'm the youngest. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess I have to too.
Right.
So I did.
Oh, man.
So yeah.
How was it?
It was great. It was over water, so I kind of convinced myself that, water is better than concrete. So if anything were to happen, you could still die over water, but
I won't
was
split,
more comforting.
I can drown gracefully.
It's all in the landing.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. But it was pretty bouncy. But the hardest part with bungee jumping is just convincing your brain that you're going to jump.
Yeah.
it's like I gotta jump.
I'm gonna jump off this for no good reason.
Exactly. So.
Did you feel it the bungee yank you back? Did you come down and then yank up?
Yeah, but it wasn't too jarring. It was, the bungee's really.
Yeah, so flexible.
Flexible. Yeah, it wasn't a jarring experience. No. So. Yeah, I would do it again. I would do it again over water. I wouldn't do it over concrete. Too freaky. Yeah. But water is more comforting. But let's take a listen. Let's change gears. And they're just looking at me in bewilderment. Let's change gears, and we're gonna. Yeah, hun?
Respect that. I respect that.
Awesome. We'll go bungee jumping together, lady. Okay?
I can't jump off of the cliffs anymore.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Right. See,
Yeah.
you're trying to get her
I won't
right
be
back
bad
into
influence,
her,
yeah.
trying to get back to her old school days that she's been forgiven for.
Aw.